Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. I, of course, want to thank you, as always, for joining me for this reading, for your amazing, strong presence. But just keep in mind it is general. I'll probably stop saying that after a while, but you never know who's joining these dailies for the first time. But yeah, let's pull from the Salt and Sea Energy Oracle, and we'll see where the reading takes us. But they already did give me another Oracle deck and the Tarot deck. But to begin for Tuesday. Okay, that was very awkward. They're saying that there might be, excuse me, one if not multiple awkward occurrences, whether it involves you and your energy, you being, physically a part of that, or it could be more in regards to what you're witnessing, observing. But life, buoy, and the crab card. So there might be one if not multiple people in your midst or that you're energetically connected to. For a select few, it might be your energy, feeling quite crabby, okay? You're only human, but I do feel like for the majority drawn to the reading, it's somebody else, okay? If not multiple other people, could be the energy in a situation. I'm hearing how something's run for some, but they're saying consider the unconventional, take a sideways approach. Very interesting. Being reminded once again that you are very habitual and have proven that certain strategies, ways of approaching things, getting things done is very efficient and successful in the end. But it may be a day where Spirit's saying there's one, if not multiple, achievements, things that you're needing to approach or deciding to, or maybe needing to resolve. They're saying try to approach it differently than you have been or once would have, or both, because I do feel like this is going to work in your favor. And that's, of course, going to look different for everybody. But the life buoy card talking about not giving up says don't give up and help is on the way. It feels like there's something you feel like you should have already or feeling like you're about to give up on, whether it's the acquiring of a new situation. It could be a relationship. It could be the right type of friends for you. It could be a new job. It could be more money. Obviously, those could be tied together, naturally are. Or just the success for your business I'm getting for some. But I do feel like, or it could be in regards to a current connection that you are being pushed not to give up on at this time. I mean, of course, every case needs to be, you need to be trusting your intuition, right? If it's toxic, it's toxic. But I do feel like there's a helping hand from Spirit coming in a divine timing kind of way, where I feel as if it's hard in the moment at times, especially at certain points throughout this day, to foresee the reality of the purpose of the delay, okay? Of the fixing of the situation or the acquiring of what you need. They're saying don't give up. Now, you might also find that there may be a moment or two throughout this day where you're trying to approach, accomplish, develop, get something done, if you will, to be very general. And there's an obstacle or two. You could find that you have to try something over and over. Reminds me of me with these readings. And so I do feel as if it's a time for you to persevere. Okay, let's just put it that way, to not give up once again, because it feels like that might be tied into this, where Spirit's saying, you're really not approaching it in the right way, even though it feels right due to past accomplishments in the same sense. But I feel like for a lot drawn to the reading, it just a reminder just in general, don't give up. It's going to look differently, obviously, for everybody. But everything is temporary and divine timing. Look at that. I almost ended that with a swear, but yeah, divine timing coming through once again. That's they're saying a reoccurrence, okay? But I was going to say that is reiterating what I just said, confirming it, and I feel like this day does remind you everything is temporary. If you think about a sandcastle, right? I love this card in general, but it just feels like that needs to be taken on as a perspective throughout this day and moving forward. And of course, there are some situations, say a connection that's meant to last a lifetime plus some. But, I just feel like there's other factors. It's going to help you in a multitude of ways, your approach, your feelings, your well-being, that situation in general, if not multiple, by remembering temporary, okay? Everything is temporary. I also feel like you're thinking about rejection. Okay, you might even feel like saying no to somebody or a situation. Um, Anyways, let's move on and pull. Wow, that was uncomfortable. Let's pull an energy oracle or two. Stay grounded is what I'm hearing. Stay grounded because it feels like there's the potential for a situation, if not multiple, an environment. It could be one, if not multiple people, not as grounded as you. And so there's a need to just kind of protect your energy, stay grounded. You know how to do that for you. For me, I'm going to need to remember to meditate, right? Go for a walk when need be. But for you, it's going to potentially look different. I'm hearing essential oils. Ooh, door to value. It feels like you're being pushed to think about a past door to value and or a current one that either is being highlighted as something you should apply for, jump into, walk through, or it just lies around the corner. So it's going to be a different timeline for everybody drawn to the reading. But I do feel like this is a day that reminds you you will have enough to invest in that new situation you desire. You will have enough for your future. Don't fret because I feel like you being drawn to this reading, like myself, have done some overspending, right? Or it may be, it could have been that as well, but for some, it's more so you just having to spend so much money on bills and necessities, catching up on debt, or whatever the case may be, taking care of your people, your family and whatnot, your loved ones. And so therefore it just feels like not enough is coming in at times, or just more is going out at times than it's coming in. Don't stress it, okay? It feels like this is a day that reminds you that a lot of comfort financially lies ahead, but hard work all the meanwhile, okay? But I'm also hearing passive income. I feel like some of us drawn to the reading, like myself, have been given a passive income idea and didn't follow through with it. It's kind of a procrastinating way of being, or even you doubted it, excuse me. So there's a need to follow through with that before things pick up in pace or just in general, and you will thank yourself in the end. Every little bit counts is what I'm getting. If that doesn't apply to your situation, so be it. It could throughout this day or moving forward. But let's continue and pull from the Mermaid Tarot, just to continue with that aquatic vibe. 739, look up that angel number meaning for Tuesday to continue. Okay, I'm not repeating that. The 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. I do feel as if there's a very emotionally connected, doesn't mean you have to be very emotional throughout this day, a very emotionally connected, for some even to other people's emotions, being empathic, in spirits potentially, way about your energy. It's like that makes you very trustworthy, very mature in the eyes of others, and I feel like you're even honoring your own worth throughout this day. It's again going to look different for everybody, but I'm getting a very magical vibe from this imagery where soothing content, soothing colors, soothing things in general, people, even energy is going to make you feel comfortable and make you feel more at ease. And I feel like this is spirit reminding you you deserve to feel comfortable with every person, place, and situation and content, stuff of that nature, that you choose to continue wrapping yourself up with or start to, okay? But I do feel like there's a focus on your physical figure. I'm getting hands specifically, potentially tattoos, the spiritual meaning of a shell, the 10 of Cups and the 7 of Cups once again, because I do feel like this is a day where there's thoughts about a very fulfilling situation, that ultimate success, if you will. How does that look for you? Is it a job, a person, a group of people? Is it another type of opportunity, an investment, a move for you in the right direction is what I'm getting, even if that situation or that person is meant to meet you halfway or move towards you more so. But I do feel like there are a lot of fish in the sea, a lot of options. But I do feel like for some, you're thinking about a move or a shift in the right direction for you, a change, if you will, where something that else that you need or desire will, or both, will, you end up having more options in that sense. So it's spirit reminding you to trust your intuition in regards to what you need / desire or desire, because that will leave you with other options for other categories of your life. Okay. It just reminds you it's another day that you just have more answers within than you give yourself credit for at times or even remember. Yeah, look at this. More fish in the sea, okay? Wouldn't be surprised if a lot drawn to the reading are thinking about the lack of connecting or romance in your life or both. But I do feel like there's purposeful distance from you and another person or multiple people. And I do feel like there's a disconnect between you and why you're not meeting new people at this time, or why you haven't fully connected in the same way or in general with one, if not multiple people. Anyways, just a side note, let's pull a couple more. Actually, they want a tea leaf card. What else do we have to wrap this up? Okay, a goal-oriented person. Yeah, it just feels like you're thinking about your goals, essentially coming up with a new one, and that definitely ties into the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Affairs with your family, whether this is blood related or not, I do feel like, and you could be thinking about past family affairs, right? Even your ancestors coming to mind. But I do feel like, yeah, there's a potential to be wrapped up or dealing with your family at a distance or in person. And I do feel like for some, you're being reminded to control your anger, okay? Or just your feisty side, if you will, because there might be, again, certain factors outside of you that are reminding you to keep that grounded energy present. Romance, celebration, and party. There's a bit of a reminder that there's a lot of celebration, romance, and for some partying lying ahead. But either way, I feel like there's going to be this feeling that comes over you at a certain point throughout this day, and that in and of itself feels rewarding, and it might rewind you in your mind, your perspective. It might remind you, is what I was going for, of how beneficial it was for you to make one, if not multiple changes in your life. They could have been small ones, big ones, but I do feel as if this is a day where you're being reminded again of your worth, okay, to not give up in certain ways or in one particular way, to keep adjusting your approach in certain ways. There's more money lying ahead, and there's plenty of fish in the sea. You have a lot of options, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Tuesday, and I will definitely see you next time.